themselves in every aspect of their lives. Are you ready to break free from society's expectations and embrace your true self? Each week, we dive into our own inspiring, powerful personal stories and also interview some incredible women and a few lucky men who have dared to challenge the norm and carve out their own paths to happiness. Here, we celebrate courage, resilience, and authenticity as we share the stories of those who have transformed their lives and blooming into the best versions of themselves. Join us. Let's empower one another and spread the seeds of positivity and inspiration. Ready to bloom? Let's get on with the episode. Hello and welcome back.
Hi.
I am so excited today because I have my friend Sheryl Brown with us today, and she is no relation to Kelsey.
No.
Even though it is her maiden name.
It's my maiden name.
So Sheryl is with us, and I met Sheryl. Actually, this goes back to me getting my hair done at my friend Jenny McVeigh's at the Pear Tree, and I saw that she had a couple books there, and so I picked it up, and it's called Weeds to Wishes. And Jenny's like, "Oh my gosh, Tina, you need to buy her book. Oh my gosh, she's my friend Sheryl Brown. She's the sweetest ever, and oh, you guys have so much in common, and you're writing a book. She wrote a book. You guys got to meet, yada yada yada." And I'm like, "Okay." So I bought two of her books, and I gave one to Kelsey.
Yeah.
And I read it and I was like, "Oh my gosh, I need to meet her." And so we met for breakfast one morning, and I'm like, "You've got to be on my podcast. You've got to be on the podcast." So we have Sheryl Brown with us. So tell us more about you and like your past, what you did for a living, and how you ended up writing a book.
Well, first of all, thank you for having me.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's really exciting and exciting to see my finished book in the hands of people. So
Yes.
it takes a long time, but very exciting. So I met my wonderful husband many years ago, 36 years ago. We have three wonderful sons, and just started off as a teacher and kind of worked my way through, learned a lot about kids, teaching, and thought there's something more I need to do. And so I made this huge leap to become a principal. And I think many people were looking at me thinking, "Why? What are you doing?" But it was the most exciting job, lots of growth, lots of energy. And I loved every minute of it, even through the weeds that I encountered along the way, because I think we all have them. In all the things that we do in life, we all have weeds, and it's just how we work through them. So I had always wanted to write a book ever since my boys were little, but knew that I didn't have the time to invest in it. And so I thought, I'm just going to put it on the back burner. And about 20 years later, I pulled that dream back out and just started writing. And one of my friends said, "I just wrote a book too."
Oh my gosh.
Introduced me to her coach. Amazing woman, and she helped me walk through the steps. And I wasn't really sure at first what I wanted to write about.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't sure if I wanted to write for women or children or both or leadership. And so it just began. We just started writing and writing and writing and writing, and she helped guide me to what I eventually wrote about.
Yeah.
That's so cool. So were
Yeah.
you still working when you started the writing process?
I was.
Yeah.
It took 2 years to write it. I'm sure it's because I was working that it took that long to do. But I would save my time, early mornings, maybe late nights, and then weekends is when I would do my writing, hoping that I didn't hit writer's block.
That's
Yep.
dedication.
Yes.
Well, my coach was very good. She stayed on me, and I had weekly homework assignments, so I knew that I needed to have it finished, which is a good thing, because I think there's so many times I could have set it down.
Yeah.
And life takes over, and I don't know how long it would have taken me. So it was actually a good thing for me.
Right.
For sure.
Right. How long were you a teacher before you decided to become a principal?
I taught for 24 years.
Oh, wow.
And I always wanted to make sure that I taught longer than I would probably be a principal because I wanted to make sure I knew, first of all, that that's what I wanted to do. It's a very big undertaking because it's pretty much 24/7 when you do it. If you do it right, I feel, and you do it well, it's a lot of time and a lot of energy. But I also had my children.
She's looking at me because my husband's a principal.
Oh,
Yes, it's a lot of time and it's a lot of energy. Yeah.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
Especially, I think a lot of educators want to do things really, really well.
Yeah.
They don't want to just do it halfway.
Right.
And so it takes lots of time.
Yeah.
So I knew that I wanted to raise my boys and I wanted them to be top priority first. So that's why I waited a little bit. And then I was a principal for 10 years. And even though as hard as it was, I am so glad I did it. Lots of growth. That's probably the best thing I could have ever done.
That's really neat to hear.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. So what about stepping into the principal job? Like, what was the big shift for you in terms of, because I feel like it's not just like that's the next step. There's like some other underlying something else that makes you want to do that next step.
For me, I felt like I'm a really high energy person. And so staying within four walls just didn't, I felt like I wasn't going to do the kids as much justice as maybe they needed to after so many years of being in the classroom.
Yeah.
So I asked my friend, Cindy, I said, hey, what do you think? Do you want to become a principal with me? We should go in school.
Yeah.
That sounds like,
Yeah. Me and my friend, getting on doctorate. Yeah.
And we did. We jumped in together. We took the courses together. And she went to one school. I moved on to another. But it was always great because you always had someone to talk to and share stories with, which is so helpful because it can be a very lonely position.
Yeah.
But that kind of is what sparked it a little bit. And wanting to do something, I think, on a bigger scale. Just wanting to help kids in a bigger way.
Yeah.
And teachers, because you do help them, you do help kids, but then they also helped me. I learned a lot. There's a lot of growth.
Yeah.
That's really what I loved about it the most. And getting to meet people, learning how to navigate through things and do it right and do it well and do it for kids. And to show kids, because a lot of times kids come to school with lots of stuff on their plate. And I wanted them to come to school and have that happy place to be, work hard, but also have it be a great environment for them.
Yeah.
And so I try to do events and activities that would get them excited about being there, want to be there, because school isn't for everybody and it's hard.
It is. Tell us what age you were working with. What
Elementary. I was in an
kids.
elementary school. Yeah, but they even bring lots of things to school with them. And during that time, I wanted them to forget about the weeds and the junk in life and just be happy, be a kid.
Provide that safe space for them to do that so that they could really thrive in that environment.
Right.
That's cool.
Yeah. So can you tell us briefly for the listeners, Weeds to Wishes, what is your book about? When they pick up the Weeds to Wishes, that title.
Well, it's not just for leaders. I know in there it says blossoming into the leader you were meant to be. But when you think about it, there are so many leaders out there. It's not just being a principal or a superintendent. It's being a mom. It's being a friend. It's being the head cook in a kitchen. It's all of those things. There are so many people that lead and they don't even realize it, or they think they don't have leadership in them. So through my stories, I wanted them to know that everybody has a story. And even though mine might have been difficult, someone else's is even more difficult than mine, but that you can maneuver through them. You can work through it. Any of the hard things you can work through. And I think along the way, you learn a lot. You learn a lot about other people, about yourself. And it's helped me a lot.
Yeah. The weeds are the places that you do have an opportunity to learn and grow, which sounds backwards, I guess, when you think about it in nature. Weeds kind of seem like they prevent growth. But I think in life, that's where like you're presented a challenge and you have an opportunity to work through that.
Right.
And that's where growth actually can happen.
Agreed.
If everything was always hunky-dory, no growth would ever have an opportunity to happen.
Yeah. And some people they say that they're stuck in the weeds. you know, they feel that they're stuck, that they can't get past all these things that are happening to them, you know?
Because some people do have really tough things that happen over and over and over again, and they can't see beyond that because it's hard. They keep feeling like that shoe keeps falling every time. And so, but once you get past one thing and you see that it can turn into your wishes, into good things, it helps you to move forward.
Yeah.
Again and again. So,
Right.
Yeah.
So when you were writing the book, you didn't have a particular audience that you were writing it for. Is that right?
at first I thought, oh, I'm gonna do this for leaders, for principals. And the more that I wrote,
Yeah.
I thought this isn't just for principals. This is for
Right.
anyone.
Everybody.
Because I did put in personal stories, I put in professional stories, things that really happen, and different ways you can maneuver through it. So,
whatever made you decide you wanted to write a book?
something kept telling me that I just wanted to write a book. I don't even know. It was just that.
The God Week.
Yes. It was God Week, and it just kept coming up over and over and over again. And when you have that something coming back over and over and over again, it's because I think you're supposed to act on it.
Yes.
And so, yes.
I'm going to have you write a chapter about that God Wink for my book, Sheryl. But, so I loved how you divided this book into like different sections.
First, I did the stories, whether they were personal, professional, and then I went into just like a summary of it, and then the 3 takeaways. And then I did an activity for each because I thought if a leader in a school did pick it up, they're practical things that they can use. Otherwise, if it's just a person that's not in education, they could skip through them. Some of them are actually kind of fun, like a scavenger hunt I did with our staff.
I saw that.
It's something you could do at a party.
Yeah.
And it would make it really, really fun. So, and you learn about the people that you're with when you're driving in that car around town trying to find things. You learn a lot about people.
Yeah.
So it was a great way to sit back and just watch and listen, because there were leaders in my van that we drove around in.
Yeah.
And when we had to jump over a curb, the person that was with me, they were like, whoa, they couldn't believe that I was going to do that to get to the next thing. So the activities in there, some of them are very fun for anyone. Some of them are just for educators, but yeah.
But even like you had mentioned moms earlier, and I'm sure a lot of our listeners are moms, and I would imagine some of those activities were really good for opportunities to become a leader in your home, but also encourage leadership within your children.
Yes, because there is a very personal story in there. It's short, but it's very personal about my son going through a very difficult time. And it was a time when I really had to listen. And for a very long time, I was not a very good listener at all. And I really needed to stop and listen. And so it's a practical thing. And we all think that we may listen, but we forget because we get busy with life. And it was a time that I really needed to listen to my son.
Yeah.
It was important.
Yeah. And as parents, that's so important and so easy to forget sometimes because you think you should be able to just say something and it happens.
Or we think we know the answers.
Right.
And that we need to put what they should do, or need to do on them, when I'm trying to not say those words. You should do this. You need to do this. And I actually get it from my daughter because she does it to me. And I know how frustrating it makes me feel. So I literally make myself think before I speak to say, oh, you should do this. Or, you need to do this. And no. It's their life, their decisions.
It's hard when you've experienced it because you kind of know the terrain and know some of the things that could happen.
Yes.
And so you're just watching out for them. But you're right.
Yes.
It does make you pause
and
just step back for a minute.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's hard for me. That is hard for me.
It's hard for me still sometimes too.
Yeah.
Very hard.
But no wonder where my daughter got it from, right?
I do feel like too, though, my book, it was a way for me to get things out.
Mhm.
And along the way, I have really truly found my real purpose, because I am in the process of writing another book, but this one's going to be for children. And it's going to be a book that will help children that have those heavy moments and heavy times in their life. So I'm hoping that that comes out before the end of this year too.
Ooh, wow.
And
What's that? Do you have a title?
I don't know yet. I'm battling with a few.
Oh,
What
wow.
type of book is it? Is it going to be like a chapter book for adolescent, or like a picture book?
It's going to be a
young
picture book
children? Okay.
about grief.
Okay.
Oh,
And how younger children, just like we experience grief, they do too, and how a student or students can maneuver through it and
Yeah.
help them to try to get on the other side of that, because it's very hard.
Mhm.
that's so cool that you're getting all these. You said you retired and you're getting all of these different things that you are doing in life. Did you even imagine that you would be now an author of
No,
2 books and doing what you're doing now?
no,
30 years ago, 20 years ago, even?
never. It was never on my radar. I just kept saying I wanted to write a book. And,
Yeah.
when you're raising your family, it's just busy. And
Right.
Yeah.
you think, well, when am I ever going to get to it?
Right.
But now I think it's that peace and that quiet, because that quiet time gives you the peace and the time to listen and the time to think.
Mhm.
And it's almost like the painful, hard things and the weeds have brought me to my purpose. And it's really exciting to see it unravel.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah. Reminds me of Patrice Washington, what she said on our call yesterday is sometimes you just have to just be
Mm.
and center yourself and listen, and it will come to you,
Mhm. Yeah. If you don't give yourself enough time to
Yes.
be in silence, how will you ever?
You'll never hear it.
Yeah.
There's way too much noise now.
Yes.
There's too many things.
Yes.
And so I make sure to dedicate some time every day, whether it's when I'm on a walk with my dogs or just at home by myself. Anytime I can take even 5 or 10 minutes, it's amazing. But it took me a while to get there.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't just come, because when you're an educator in a school setting and you have 500 plus students and you have 80 staff members,
Yeah.
there's no quiet time.
There's not.
And even when you go home, you're so busy with the other things, just like moms, just like people that, women that work. You come home, you're busy doing all the things you feel like you need to do
Mhm.
to get ready for the next day. So people don't take time for that quiet. And then it is so important. And that's why I would save my writing for early morning or very late night or weekends, because that was when I could stop and reflect.
Yeah. And I think that's so true for education in general. And there's probably other jobs like that, but that's where I've seen it, just because that's what my family does, where I've seen it, that it's like you have to be on all day. There is not downtime, especially for teachers, but even for principals. A little less for superintendents. Honestly, like they're making bigger decisions, but they get a little more downtime throughout the day. But the people in the school buildings, the secretaries, the teachers, the principals, it's like nonstop.
Yes.
You are on. And I think a lot of us don't realize that and take for granted the downtime we can take in our day. If we have an office job or something like that, that we can like take a moment.
You can just use the restaurant or to eat lunch.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes. So you have to be super intentional, I guess is my point, as an educator.
Yeah.
To like make that time. It's
Yeah.
hard.
Yeah, it's very hard.
But it's so important.
And so many times we as nurses compare ourselves to teachers.
Yeah. I would imagine nursing would be similar.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or even stay-at-home moms.
Yes. Yep.
Oh man.
They're more 24/7.
Yes.
So, but taking that time is very important, I feel.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my sister is a stay-at-home mom, and she has always said how important it is that she needs to be able to wake up before the kids so she can have that time to herself for a little bit before she goes into full-blown mom mode for the rest of the day.
Agree.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, you even talk about Deech's ice cream in Findlay, Ohio.
Amazing.
I should give you some of my Deech pretzels that I have in my in my cabinet right now.
It's a great memory with an amazing female leader that I was underneath.
Yeah.
And to see her have cancer and go through what she went through, but still she showed up every single day. And so it was that symbol of the dandelion. I picked that because think about dandelions. They're strong, they're resilient, they keep coming back, they keep showing up.
Yeah.
Even when you try to get rid of them, they keep coming back. And it reminded me of her a lot. She was so strong and resilient. She kept coming every day, even after her chemotherapy treatments. It was incredible to watch because I just thought to myself, if I ever become a principal, could I do that?
Yeah. That's why I like your book, because of your personal stories that were in here too. You know, they were just so relatable. You know? Yeah.
Some of them were hard to write.
Yeah, I'm sure.
They were.
Yeah.
Because that leader, she's no longer with us. And so that was very hard.
Yeah.
Within the book, I explained, what happened with her. That was hard because I really looked up to her. There's another female role model in the book, Mrs. Mosher, who was an amazing leader too, a very good mentor for me. She gave me opportunities to do things that I probably would have never had the opportunity to do. And I think it's so important for women to do that for other women.
Yeah.
To show them that you value them and that you are important and that you do have great things to give. And I feel like she did that for me. She gave me a great gift, and I don't even when I talk to her today, I don't think she realizes like how important that was for me growing up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
she was one of your teachers growing up?
She was actually a teacher growing up for me when I was in middle school. Her husband was my elementary principal.
Okay.
And then as I grew up, she was my principal when I was a teacher.
Okay.
So it just kind of came full circle.
Yeah.
And she's pretty incredible.
Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah, I think that is true of a lot of leaders. They don't realize the impact they're making and how far that spreads, right? Like the ripple effect that then happens because of their leadership.
Because of how she made me feel and the experiences she gave me, I wanted to give that to teachers and I wanted to give that to kids. And so you're so right about that ripple effect.
Yeah. And then those teachers will be able to give it to all the students in their classroom. And and it just keeps going.
Yeah. And coming from a educator.
From an educator household. Yeah.
Hi friends, it's Kelsey here. If you've been listening to the podcast and wondering what it's actually like to work with a financial planner, or if financial planning is even for you, I totally get it. We only touch lightly on that side of my work here, and money can feel like a heavy or confusing topic to dive into. That's why this fall, I'll be sharing more bite-sized tools, insights, and mindset shifts over on my Apricity Financial Planning Facebook page. It's a simple, low-key way to start engaging with your finances. No pressure, just gentle guidance and encouragement to help you feel more confident and aligned with your money. If that sounds helpful, I'd love to have you there. Just search Apricity, that's Apricity Financial Planning on Facebook and hit follow. And if you've been carrying questions about your finances or wondering what support might look like, I'd love to talk to you. You don't have to figure it all out alone. Just give me a call, 419-825-6161, or send me an email at kelsey@apricityfp.com.
Do you mind sharing with us what you feel like the biggest weed was that you had to kind of work through and how it affected you?
Yes, I think growing up in a dysfunctional family was very hard. There were always challenges, always things we were trying to work through. And because of that, I never saw myself as being a principal because there were a lot of And then in the book, it explains I had one parent that was a leader and one that struggled a lot. But I think overall, they both taught me a whole lot, but just in different ways. But it also affected me as a person. And I needed to grow and work through those things to know that I can do anything I want to do, because that was not how it was shared with me as I grew up. It was very, this is what you're going to do. This is how you're going to do it. This is when you're going to do it. And if you didn't, there were pretty serious consequences.
Yeah.
And so I knew from that parent that I was going to change the way I parented. And that's why at school, my kids were like my kids. And every time I saw them, if they needed a hug, they knew they came up and gave me a hug. And if they didn't, that was okay too. They could give me a fist bump or just a wave or whatever they needed. But kids learn who they are at a very, very young age. And if it's just been a struggle for them, it's hard to get through that and to see something on the other side. And so I think that was the hardest thing for me to write about. But it was also the most therapeutic thing. And I think in the process, losing my dad, who was my strong role model, hard worker, always encouraged, smiling, happy. So I guess I feel blessed I had both, because I learned different lessons from both.
From each, yeah. How old were you when you lost your dad?
I was in my 40s,
Okay.
but it was still really hard because he was the glue that kept everything together. Because when he was gone, things sort of crumbled, and I needed to find my way. My children were in their teenage years, and that's a rough time going through. And I wanted to make sure I was there for them, but I also needed to be there for
yourself.
Yeah. So it was just a lot of maneuvering through it.
Yeah.
And knowing that I can do anything that I want to do and set my mind to.
Right.
And so I think because of writing this being so therapeutic and healing for me, it then made me think about kids as they're growing up, having those tough times, and they think they don't have a voice. A lot of them don't have a voice. And so when they would come to school, we would be their voice for them. And I need to send messages to them, even when I'm not in the building, that you can be whatever you want. You can get through any of this. It's just how, and finding the right people. I had a lot of fabulous people that I got to meet and helped me through.
Yeah.
And so I'm hoping through my kids' books, because I don't think I'm going to just write one. I think I'm going to write many. I'm hoping that will be the next thing, is to help kids. And so getting into school buildings and sharing my book with them, that's my next hope, so that they can get through the struggle.
Yeah.
That's neat.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
So the theme that I hear coming through is resilience. Does that feel accurate?
Yes.
Just like how to, like, teaching resilience, giving tools for resilience.
She actually used that word on the back of it.
Yeah. And again, the dandelion on the front. So that's why those are there. And in my first kids book, it's going to definitely have a dandelion. There's going to be something in it about it, because the students that I wrote about in this story, they struggled a lot. And I want them to know that you just need to be resilient, and you can make it. You can do it.
Yeah.
Because they go through things that we as adults have a hard time handling. And we just think, kids, they'll be fine. They bounce back. They do. But sometimes they need a little more. So that's my hope, is the messages in my books will help them.
Now, do you see yourself going into schools reading to the kids, or what?
Yes.
What are you envisioning?
Yes, that is like that is my goal.
Yeah.
Because they are what bring the energy. I want them to have that like exciting moment of the day where they get to go and just listen and just be. And hopefully, I don't know, but I think I'm going to try to learn to play the guitar this summer.
Really?
Because I want to be able to sing with them. And yeah,
Oh my gosh.
You can do it.
I'm not going to be one of those retirees that sit in a rocking chair and just rock away. I'm definitely not.
Do you see why I liked her
Yes.
so much?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my gosh.
Because if I don't, all the things through life, if I don't get up and go after it and do what I need to do, what's that telling my own kids? What's that telling all the kids that I got to experience and be a part of their life? What's that telling them? Just quit, be done?
Yeah.
Even though there's sometimes we feel like we want to.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is where my energy comes from.
See, that's
I'm
so
excited
That's
that.
cool.
It's so empowering. And I mean, that's what our podcast is all about. You know, it's about doing what you want to do and not what other people are expecting you to do or still do. Keep doing. It's doing what your heart is telling you.
And it keeps coming back.
Yes.
It keeps coming back. Like you said, those God winks, they just keep coming back. And I can't ignore it. I have to do it. It's just finding the way and maneuvering through it all.
Yeah.
But I've come this far.
I know.
So I can't stop now.
Yeah.
That's so cool. I can so picture you in the gymnasium with the guitar and all the kids.
Oh my gosh,
I love it.
I know.
That's going to be amazing.
Mm-hmm.
What are you most proud of?
There are so many things because I feel like I've been really lucky that I've got to experience so many things, but I'm so proud of the fact that I could get through the things I got through. I'm so proud of my sons. They're just, I look at them and I think, wow, and they're further than I ever was. And that's exactly the way I feel like moms want it. But when you watch a part of you jump out into the world and do amazing things and be kind to people, even when people aren't so kind,
Right.
it's really exciting.
Yeah.
I keep telling my husband that sometimes, sometimes we forget about what our purpose is, or maybe people don't even know what their purpose is. And I'll just say to him sometimes, look at them, look at the three of them, look at how lucky we are.
Yeah.
Because they're doing amazing things.
Yeah.
And I'm sure every mom feels that way about their kids. But that's probably, I don't know, being a principal and doing that too, because think about the things you go through and you think, wow, like I made it through that. How did I do that? How did I do that? How did I get up at 4:45 every morning and go in there to 600 people? And because the minute you walk in the door, it's on.
It starts.
And I wouldn't have wanted it any other way. But wow, when you look back, you think, wow, like how did I do that? I don't know.
Yeah.
I did it because I loved it. So
Yeah.
I don't know. There's so many things.
Yeah.
But
You have to love it or you wouldn't survive.
Right.
You have to.
you are absolutely right. Because when I look on sites now, when you read sites where principals are on, even teachers, there's so many that are throwing in the towel, and it's really sad.
Yeah.
Because it's such an important, I don't even like to call it a job. It's like a mission. And when you hear so many people throwing in the towel, it's sad to see.
Yeah. Yeah. But at the same time, I kind of feel like if their heart's not in it anymore, like, are they really doing themselves or the students any justice if they stay? Like, sometimes it might just be time to go.
Yeah.
And I love that thought and idea, because that was the one thing that I did not want anyone to know, that I was going to retire, because I did not want to be one of those retirees that they're like, oh yeah, she's retiring. Look, she's sitting in her office.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody knew. And I wanted to go to my very last day. I wanted to be as strong on my last day as I was on my very first day. And I feel like I did that because I didn't want to upset what was going on in the building. I wanted the kids to just be. I wanted them to be happy. I wanted the staff to do their thing just like they would do it any other day. And that's exactly what happened. And it was great.
Wow.
So did your staff know at all before you retired?
They knew on the last day.
Wow.
They were at school, the last day in May.
Okay.
And we got together and I said, I'm ready to leap again.
Yeah.
It's time to leap. And is it crazy? Yes, it is, because I didn't know. I have no idea what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew I was finishing my book, but I didn't know anything else. And I said, it's time. I just need to take the leap.
Mm-hmm.
And there are too many signs telling me not to. And I had to do it.
Yeah. 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 And so I'm a financial planner and I see all the time, like, people retiring. And if you don't, I think one of the biggest fears, people think the fear is going to be the financial piece of it, but it's not. It's the, what am I going to do? It's the fear people have even more so.
Yes. I had so there was a mentoring program that I did for many years. We had about 120 people would come to our school and help the kids. Very influential man, very, very good job. Recently retired, and I just saw him not too long ago, and he said, it's finding my purpose. You know, he went from being at the top to, I'm not sure what I'm going to do. Yeah, it's hard.
Once you have so much of your identity wrapped into that job or that career,
yes,
it's really hard. So those careers, especially where it is such an identity piece.
Yes.
And education is definitely one of those.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I do think that is a big piece for people, is what is my purpose now? What am I supposed to be doing? And so I can't let mine die.
There you go.
I have to keep going.
Yes.
And there are struggles. Yes, I have struggle days.
Yeah.
But keep going, because there's more in me to give. And I am so excited, like you said, to get in front of a huge group of kids and share my kid book.
Yeah.
And to just sing with them. And
Oh my
God. I am not a singer at all either. They don't.
But with kids, they don't care.
They don't care.
That is so cute.
And I'm at the age of my life, I don't care.
Exactly.
Because I just want to give them joy and I want them to feel it.
Yeah.
That's so neat.
That's awesome.
What a neat dream.
So good. So tell us real quick where everybody can find your book. We'll hold it up just in case.
On Amazon.
On Amazon?
Yep, Amazon. And
Needs 2 wishes.
And at the back, there's an area where you can find me on Facebook. If you ever have questions or concerns. I know I had a lady that just reached out to me. She's trying to write a book, and she messaged me. She just wanted a little help and a little guidance. So I'm going to share whatever I can with her, because
so awesome.
It's about helping other people get where they want to be too. Because not only does it feel good for you to get where you want to be, but when you help other people, it feels even better to me. So, yeah.
I am so glad I met you.
And thank you for having me on. This is amazing.
Yes.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you so
good.
much.
Thank you.
This is awesome.
Appreciate it.
Thank you so much for tuning into another episode of Bloom with Tina and Kelsey. Your support truly means the world to us, and we're so grateful to have you as part of our blossoming community.
We hope you enjoyed this week's conversation and found inspiration in our discussions. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an episode. And if you love what you hear, please consider leaving us a review. Your feedback helps us grow and reach more listeners like you.
Join us next week for another exciting episode filled with insights, laughter, and growth. We can't wait to share it with you.
Keep glowing and see you soon.